everyone, Nick here with Starfall Sabers, and I am super excited to reveal what we have been working on for nearly 2 years now, and that is Starfall Infinity. Now, I've done a couple of teasers on Instagram and Facebook, but I did not prepare a script for this video. I'm going to try to keep it relatively short, but there's a lot to talk about in this video in regards to Infinity. Now, on social media, I have kind of teased that it's not just a limited release like I did with Legacy, but that it's actually a Saber system. And so that's what I'm going to go over in this video. I'm going to show you Season 1 of Infinity and explain the concept and kind of go over what you can expect in the future as well. So really quick, this is a joint effort from David Q from the Saber Museum. Contacted me almost 2 years ago. He's a big collector of lightsabers in the community, of course, and he's commissioned many sabers from me, but he wanted to see if I was interested in designing a new saber system that could be interchangeable, modular, if that was something that would interest me. And so I was interested, and I started thinking about it. If I was to design a modular saber system, I'd want it to be unique. I'd want it to be something that where you could really create something that you could call your own custom saber, and that it would have longevity. So in other words, it's not just a one and done. It's not just a few pieces and we're done, but something that would continue for years to come. And so I designed a prototype system, and that's where our next partner came in, which is Gustavo Canales from Laredo Sabers, and he had a lot of good input for not only engineering it for machining, but also he's a designer as well, and so he had a lot of good design ideas that we implemented, and we will continue to work together for Season 2 of Infinity and beyond. And then lastly but not least, Derek Organ from 5280 Concepts did the Crystal Chassis Infinity Core design and all the programming for that. And so really it's a joint effort. It's all under the Starfall Sabers umbrella. I'm personally inspecting and quality control and selling and shipping all of these, but that's the kind of the team behind it. So without further ado, I'll get this display box out of the way, and I'm going to show you the first saber in the Infinity line. And this we are naming the Guardian. So here it is. This is Saber 1, or the Guardian of Starfall Infinity. Now, every saber is modular, where it has a switch section, but it can accept different emitter shrouds, different grips, and some of them, like the Guardian, has a grip shroud which can be removed as well to alter the look. Also, with the grip shrouds, they all have a set screw where you can actually clock this. That way you don't have to worry about threading always aligning perfectly or timing shims, anything like that. The grip shroud can clock how you want it. Like for instance, with this setup, I have it in line with the switches like so, but some people may want the switches up top and to show this nice bare aluminum here. We also wanted to allow areas for etching, laser engraving, weathering as well. And so I'm going to show you how these come apart here in a minute, but that's Saber 1, the Guardian. This one here, Saber 2, is the Acolyte. Now again, keep in mind that all of these sabers can interchange to create new designs. Again, you have a switch section, a grip section that slides off. In this case, this grip does not have a grip shroud. This has this cool knurling, removable pommel, and again, an emitter shroud that slides off the blade holder. And some of the designs actually have these collars that can be unscrewed as well and mixed and matched. We wanted to leave a spot for etching on this saber as well, which is right underneath the switches on the grip. And again, the emitter shroud here can actually be clocked as well if you want it to twist different ways for the reveal. That's all something you can do, and which will be important when I show you how you can start mix and matching things. So this is Saber 2, Acolyte. And the final saber in the lineup for Season 1 of Infinity is the Champion. Now, when this ships, this emitter shroud will be secured in this cutout here. So with the Champion, you have a lot of different options with the, well, first off, you'll notice this switch section has a control box. So one button here and then a button hidden inside the control box. This also has a static grip, but again, that can be swapped out. So pommel comes off, grip can be swapped out with the switch section. And then I wanted to have something more intricate for this shroud design. So we've designed it where this whole piece can slide off, or you can have it where just one of the shroud plates are attached or two of the shroud plates are attached. Again, I'll show you examples of that. And again, this can clock however which way you want it. With this also, there's going to be in the future new shroud plate designs that you can purchase. If you are savvy with a Dremel, you can cut your own shrouds and be able to mount them to the mounting ring here. And so let's see them all together here. You have the Champion, the Acolyte, and the Guardian. Now, before I show you how you can start mix and matching these, let me show you the what we're calling the Infinity Core. So you can buy these sabers empty and they'll come with the plunger switch designs, or you can also buy the saber installed with the Infinity Core. And every Infinity Core has this beautiful brass crystal chassis. Has an on-off switch here. And so Derek Organ from 5280 Concepts did this really nice chassis. And this is sporting a Profi, removable battery. And so your power button is here. Auxiliary button. And this is loaded with the Starfall font collection. So, and Derek did all the programming, how I like to have my sabers programmed for when I ship my commissions out. And so we can cycle through some of these fonts.
Hero's Journey.
And you have a nice deep blade socket, about 2.5 inches. So I'll just show you these all together. Looks really nice displayed like that. And what is one thing that kind of is a nice feature, something that I wanted with this is, can't get this one to rest how I want it. So this core, this infinity core, can be removed, and it can be inserted in, installed in any of these sabers. So it will always work across every season that we ever release. You're going to be able to have the infinity core install on any of the sabers or on any combinations of the builds that you want to do. So for instance, if you wanted to just switch grips here, you could certainly do that. And you can remove the emitter shroud as well, and start mixing and matching. So before I show you different combinations that you can do with this, let me show you how the core comes out. So there is a set screw here, and you just release this. And just carefully back this out. And so your infinity core can be installed in any switch section style. Either the Guardian and the Acolyte share the same switch section, and then the Champion is the one with the box. So this will work across all of them and all the future seasons of Infinity. So the whole idea with this was you can buy one core, and then you can buy different parts eventually. Right now we're not parting all of them out. You'll have to buy individual sabers. Eventually, hopefully next year, we're going to have a system in place where you can buy individual parts, but at least at initial release for season 1 and 2, you can buy one saber or a couple or all of them, and you can start mix and matching all of those, and you could have just one core. So that was the whole idea with this. That kind of spawned the name Infinity, because again, this is going to last for many years, and we're going to keep coming out with new iterations, but always the switch section threading, as well as the grip section and pommels, everything will always work together. So the possibilities really become infinite at that point. Installing the core back in is easy. You just carefully slide this in, and usually you can line up one of them really good, and then the other one is going to be already lined up, and just lightly tighten that up and you're good to go. So what I'm going to do now is just show you a few combinations, and I'll do them off screen and then show you the different styles that you can have. I'm also going to do eventually this week, I'm going to do some instructional videos, just some best practices on how to get the most out of Infinity. But in the meantime, let me just do a brief montage of the different styles that you can build with Infinity. So that was just like 10 minutes of randomly playing around with the different combinations that you can do with Infinity. And then when you add in etching, weathering, different powder coat capabilities, truly you can have your own unique custom one-off saber that doesn't just end there. You will continue to be able to, if you want to, change it up and customize it. So here are just three kind of random designs that I just created sitting here off camera. And just to show you that the core works again with all these different configurations. We'll kind of do a little glamour setup here. Just showing you the box here. So that's a basic overview of Infinity. And if you guys have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments section and I'll do my best to answer all of those. I'll also be doing a Q&A on Instagram this week, so you can submit your questions there, and I will. That'll kind of help everyone too. If you think of a question that maybe someone hasn't thought of or I haven't gone over, that'll help people get familiarized with Infinity. So all the parts that you see here will launch this Friday. Again, you can select which saber you want. I don't have them in those configurations, but it's the Guardian, the Acolyte, and the Champion. And you can see some of those parts all put to use here. I will have, when you purchase your saber, I will have a custom video that I'll send to you depending on which saber you bought to show you how to break everything down. And so, and show you how to remove the core and reinsert it and all those kind of best practices. I'll create separate videos, and for those who purchase, I will send direct links for those of you who purchase, so you can have all that information. Now there is one more thing I wanted to show you. Actually, let's put a blade in one of these. We'll put it in this one. I'm really liking that design right now. It looks cool. Put a blade in, and then I'm going to show you some custom work that I did to a pair of Infinity sabers, just to kind of show you what's possible for those of you who are sabersmiths, if you do custom work, or if a client sends that out to you for customization. All right, sorry, I had to stop the video because I dropped this set screw and spent 5 minutes looking for it. All right, let's get a blade in here. We'll also be selling NeoPixel blades and also blade plugs, which I'll show you in a minute. So I just wanted to show you that with the blade because it looks cool, of course. And one last thing that I wanted to show you was when I release Infinity this Friday, probably noon Pacific Standard Time, this will go. Infinity will go on sale. You can buy everything that we have to offer, and I'm also going to be including these special one-off Infinity sabers. So these are using the parts of Infinity. I customized these just to be one-offs, just kind of to showcase what can be done. With these sabers, the grips can always be interchangeable, but the emitters are fixed in this case, but they're kind of meant to be more a one-off to showcase like a dark side theme saber and this light side copper and brass. So here's some blade plugs that we'll be offering, some in aluminum and then some in brass. So these will also, these will come installed with the Infinity Core. Not sure on pricing on these yet, but they will be listed first come, first serve on my Etsy site on Friday when we launch. So you can look out for these. These will probably be the only ones that I customize, mainly because Infinity is ready to ship, ready to go. So when it's purchased, I will package your order and ship them off, because right now my main focus as far as where my time goes is finishing my backlog of custom handmade orders. And that's, so I don't have time to customize Infinity right now, at least until I'm completely caught up. But that's one of the reasons that it was appealing for me to do this partnership with David, Gustavo, and Derek, because while it's extremely difficult to get a custom saber from me since I'm all booked up through 2025 on custom orders, and I'm not listing anything to my Etsy shop unless it's ready to ship, I really don't have time to be offering ready to ship right now handmade sabers. If you do see me post something on there, it's because someone needed to sell their spot, and so I'll sell a slot. But generally, there's been nothing in my Etsy shop. And so this is a way where you can get an awesome designed by me saber that isn't just a static build. You can mix and match and customize to your heart's content. So that was the whole idea behind Infinity, and I'm really excited to release this, and I can't wait to see what combinations people do. As you share those different builds, please send them to me on either Instagram or Facebook, and I will showcase those on my socials, just because I'm super excited to see the creativity in the saber industry, to see what you guys all come up with. So thank you so much. Again, if you have any questions, please drop them in the comments here or hit me up on my socials, Instagram and Facebook, and really excited for Friday. Thanks so much for watching.